Hey, next time we do Disney, I should drive up like a couple days earlier with the trailer and the van and all our costumes. Or bring like a camper. Have all our costumes set up here. And then we look all through it. Like my shirt? What are you doing?
Okay, so for still we all have everyone has
Hold on, stay still. Us. We're not. Us people.
Yeah, we're not gonna.
They're like, not trying not. Oh, see that? How much is the rain? You guys want to walk through here? We'll get some of it.
I saw them in that parrot. You guys want to go behind the waterfall? Let's go. Yeah. No, one time we went to
Ooh.
the store.
See if we can get him to say her name. He's on top.
I said you are and then said that. Camila. Camila. Camila.
That one down there. She wants to hold it. I would drink if I ran it anyway. Well, both times. Let's do everything both times. Except for like rice.
roller coaster. Over there, you can see the top.
They were good. High footworks, maybe they just dance, they splits and they're good.
Downtown? I think it's this way.
Yeah, it is.
The Everest or something?
Go around over there.
Where are we going for dinner?
They're respectful now. He's the only one giving them water and food. They're not going to bite him. Go to the river after.
What if they come down? I know, we saw it.
I'm in.
On the Santa.
Wait. Where's Jacob?
They let them come all the way over here. That's crazy. That'd be cool to see one on the rope come up here.
They let them come up here?
Well, there's ropes here. I imagine the monkeys can get
Oh, I
there.
can see that's Shasta.
It's a rope.
Did you get the last night?
But look at the rope up there coming here.
Oh! I bet you they can.
See? They're not going to jump out here. Yeah, let's go get our stuff. All of these ones are closed. Are they stopping at the monkeys or what? We might as well wait then, I guess. We didn't go to that one. I haven't been to
What else?
so cool to go to Everest. I read up on going to Everest. You have to do like 3 weeks, like a week to like 2 weeks to the elevation. You'll just die. You're not gonna yeah, of course. I got a truck. It's cool. Ice cream truck. Hey, what's up, guys? Just having fun? Hello. It's always the brighter side.
Oh, I hope he doesn't need his laptop.
Hi, everybody.
I think he's lost his
There was another one where we just went there that how you feel good. Yeah. I'm good with just doing the rapids and Everest and doing the safari. The other one's probably like the
I wasn't even thinking that, but now that you mention
got a good beat to it, don't you? Yeah.
show him.
Bite it.
Bite it.
All done. All done. Sorry.
Does she have her driver's license?
For the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, we just had the update for 2 weeks apart.
Bravo, everybody. Hey, ready, everyone. Welcome aboard. Slide on in and have a seat. Make sure you still those items on the ground by feet or on the seat next to you.
You want to need an extra earbud for the headphones?
All seated will be able to get on. All right. One day, let's go. While folks here in Harambe, instead of saying hello, we say Jumbo. So Jumbo, everybody. Jumbo. My name's Jolene. I'm going to be your safari driver this afternoon. I ask that while we're out there on the reserve, you do stay seated at all times for your own safety. Also ask that you hold on to those cameras nice and tight because we can't go back for anything else we might accidentally leave behind. Also with those cameras, if you do have the capability, maybe put it on the action or sports setting, because although we'll try and stop, we can't necessarily stop for everything. If you look above your heads, you'll notice a wildlife game spotting guide. It'll help you identify some of the animals you might see out there today. Can't guarantee that we will see them all, but we will sure do our best to see as many as we can. And in just a few seconds here, we're going to enter into the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. It was first established in 1971 as a way to help protect the local wildlife here in Africa. Now, over the years, the animals have grown very accustomed to our big trucks, which is great for photo safaris like this. And do I have anyone that's on their first safari ever today? Anyone on their first safari ever? Alright, we got at least a couple of you. You're going to have a real wild time out here. I can guarantee it.
That's called safari.
If you do notice on the sign over there for the Harambe Wildlife Reserve, there is an animal on there. It is a sable antelope, or the official emblem of our reserve. So, if we're lucky out there, we might actually get to see some.
Stop it.
Our first stop is going to be the Little Aturi Forest. Some of the animals here do tend to be a little shy. They do have natural camouflage markings that help hide them very well in the bushes. More than once I've been within a few feet of one before I've seen it. Make sure you do keep your eyes peeled. Well, I do see an okapi back there. It's all the way towards the back. It's kind of brown. They do have black and white stripes on their legs that make people think that they are related to zebras, but their closest relative is actually a giraffe. They do have long purple tongues like giraffes too. It's all the way back there, kind of in the trees.
Oh, there it is. Something like a zebra. Over there.
So make sure you do keep your eyes peeled up. Here we are approaching a watering hole. Watering holes like this are great places to see some of our more rare species, including the black rhino. Now there used to be hundreds of thousands of black rhinos in the wild, but unfortunately due to poaching there's only about 5,000 left in the world today. So you should count yourself very lucky that you do get to see one today. Fully grown, they weigh about 3,000 pounds.
Rhino.
Now the white birds out there with the very long beaks, those are yellow-billed storks. They do have a wingspan of about 8 to 9 feet wide. Up on top of the hill here, you're going to see a light gray animal. That is a greater kudu. And you're also going to see a ginger-colored animal. That is a bongo. Bongos are known as the ghosts of the forest because they are so rarely seen. And if you notice, they do have horns that are tilted slightly backwards. That allows them to quickly dive into bushes and run away without getting tangled. And if you see the black and white bird over there, that is a saddle-billed stork. They can reach up to 5 feet tall, and they also have a wingspan of about 8 feet.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we're going to leave the Saki, a little Missouri forest behind, and we're going to head out to the Saki River. Now, rivers are great places to look for hippos. Just because you don't see a hippo doesn't mean that they're not there. They do spend much of their time underwater as a way to help regulate their body temperature so they don't overheat. And they can hold their breath for up to 8 minutes at a time, so make sure you look real close down there. If you see any dark blobs moving under the water, that's probably a hippo right there.
Oh, one right there swimming too, right?
Make sure you stay seated for me. Hippos, when they're born, weigh about 85 pounds. And when they're fully grown, if they're males, they can weigh up to 5,500 pounds. Now the gray birds on the island here are pink-backed pelicans. They get their name because during breeding season they do have pink feathers on their backs. But you may be more interested in seeing the float of hippos down there. That's what you call hippos. Now, if you ever see a hippo that looks like they're swimming through the water, they're actually probably walking along the bottom of the water.
Look in the water.
Well, they're also excellent swimmers as well. And even though hippos do spend much of their time under the water, they do come up on land, usually at night, to eat between 100 and 150 pounds of grass. Now make sure you do stay seated when we go across this bridge here. If you have your children in your laps, make sure they do stay seated and you're not holding them up. Children do need to sit down all the way. Thank you. Because there are some Nile crocodiles underneath this bridge. Crocodiles do have ultra-strong jaws that they use to crush the bones of their prey in just one snap. They always look just a little hungry at me, so I never like to move them. Well, we're going to leave the little Missouri forest and Saki River behind and head out into a new and different ecosystem where we will find different plants and animals. You know, speaking of different, this upside down looking tree right here is known as a baobab tree. Baobab trees are sometimes called upside down trees because they do look like they have their roots in the air. Baobab trees can go up to 9 months out of the year without leaves. They do store all the water and nutrients that they need in that large trunk that you see. Now this is my favorite view of the whole reserve. You're staring at grasslands stretched for hundreds of miles across East Africa. They do act as a superhighway for many migrating herds, including zebra and wildebeest. Also home to some of our more popular animals like the giraffe, the lion, and the elephant. It's all part of the beautiful Africa that we're working so hard out here to help conserve. You know, the landscape that you do see before you is created by the animals that live here. Elephants are like bulldozers. They'll come through and knock down trees to eat the leaves at the top. Just lets the grass spread. Giraffes are like pruning shears. They'll eat the leaves from the bottoms of the trees. That lets in the light so that the new shoots of grasses have a chance to grow. The migrating herds, like the zebra and wildebeest, are the mowers. They'll come through and they'll eat the grasses. And then finally the little nibblers like gazelles and warthogs will come through and they'll clean up the rest. So as you can see, in a balanced system, there is enough food for everyone. Now if you see these tall piles of dirt out here, those are termite mounds. Termite mounds are hard as concrete, and animals like elephants like to use them as scratching posts. Once they get worn down like the one in the center out there, smaller animals like gazelles like to use them as lookouts to see if there might be any hungry predators like lions hiding in the bushes. You never know where they might be around here. Well, out here, the brownish colored ones that are going to be closest to us are the Patterson's eland. They're the largest eland on the reserve, but not the largest in Africa. Fully grown, they do weigh about 1,000 pounds. And once we get up a little closer, you notice there's a nice twisted pattern to their horns. The gray ones out on the hill are wildebeest. They are part of the largest animal migration on the planet, and also sometimes called blue for the grunting sound that they make that does sound like blue. The big horns out there are Ankole cattle, also sometimes called Watusi cattle, for the Watusi tribe that first domesticated them. They are the only domesticated animal here on the reserve, and those big horns can be up to 6 feet wide when fully grown. And then the gray animal that is closest to the Ankole cattle is a water buck. As their name might suggest, they do live near water. So once again, next to the trunk closest to us over here, the light one is in Patterson's eland. Gray ones are wildebeest, Ankole cattle, springbuck, and we do have some giraffes right here. The ones closest to our truck are Maasai giraffe. Notice the messy, jagged edges on their spots. And then the one in the trees out there is a reticulated giraffe. Notice the nice, clean, square edges to its spots. Reticulated giraffe gets its name from the Latin word reticulata, which means net. Nice, clean net shape to its spots. A group of giraffes is known as a tower. When fully grown, giraffes can reach up to 20 feet tall. When they're born, the babies already stand about 6 feet tall, so they're very, very large. You can see more giraffes out there, just a little bit. Another way that you can tell the difference between the reticulated and Maasai giraffes is for the reticulated, their spots or pattern stops at about their knees, but for the Maasai giraffe, it does go all the way down to their feet. And there's another look at the Ankole cattle out there. This big 6-foot horns.
Oh, those are cute. Try to them.
You're rushing at you, just
You can kill somebody.
Well, I think we're going to head up to the right clay pits and see if we can maybe find some elephants up there. It's usually a good place to look for them. First, make sure you keep your eyes peeled on these rocks. They are known as Monkey Point for a troop of mandrills that has been spotted here from time to time. And was our largest monkey in Africa. And right there is an elephant. Looks like it's alone, so it's probably a male or a bull elephant. The males do live alone or in very loosely knit groups.
You want to come see?
Whereas the females live together in groups called matriarchies. And if you look on the other side of the truck in the trees, you're going to get to see a mandrill. They are the largest monkey in Africa. And you'll know them for their distinct red and blue coloring.
There's one behind it too.
And the more bright the colors, the more dominant they are in the troop. So the leader is going to be the largest and the most brightly colored. Now if you see that elephant, it does have some dirt on its back. They do use that as a natural sunscreen. They do have very sensitive skin, and the dirt acts as a natural sunscreen so that they don't get sunburned.
Good for we should start using it.
Elephants do live in large groups called matriarchies, meaning the females are the leader of the group. Baby elephants will stay with their mothers for 13 to 14 years, making them the second longest childhood of any mammal. The mammal with a longer childhood is humans. So do make sure you stay seated on this bridge just like before. You never know what might happen on one of these bridges or what might just be hiding underneath it. One doesn't sound so good. But we made it across all right today, which is great because the red clay pits are just up around the corner. There was a zebra up there on the hill. Normally they've migrated north of here, so you're very lucky to be able to see one. These are the red clay pits, and I do see some signs there may have been elephants through here recently. Notice the tusk marks and footprints in the clay. Elephants do eat small amounts of the red clay to help get essential minerals and nutrients that they need in their diet that they might not get elsewhere. If you ever see an elephant, they're flapping their ears back and forth. They do use that as a way to help cool themselves off. Kind of like having a built-in fan. Both male and female elephants do have a long ivory tusk. We'll go around the corner and see if we can maybe get a better look at them. Make sure you do keep your eyes peeled for some baby elephants I've seen out here. We do sometimes get on Harambe radio station, so let's see if I can zoom that in for you.
Look, there is a baby. You see the baby?
Two babies, aren't there? One over there. Is that the elephant?
You can't step up. Stop.
Look at the rabbit.
Well, the birds here on the island are greater flamingo. They're the largest of the flamingo family and also the lightest colored pink. They do get their color crustaceans that they eat. And a group of flamingos is known as a flamboyant.
That's a cute picture too.
Well, fresh mud balls like this are usually a good place to look for white rhinos who like to use them as a way to help cool off in the heat. But you know, even on protected reserves like this, the white rhinos are not necessarily safe from poachers who do target them for their horns. Oftentimes, we don't even actually know that they're here being poached. The poachers are well funded and do have very advanced ways of hunting, but we are doing all that we can to help protect them, and we're not going to give up until they are safe. If you'd be interested in possibly seeing a cheetah, make sure you look up on the left underneath the trees up there on the ground. Cheetah's up there on the ground underneath the trees. Cheetahs are the fastest land mammal. They can sprint for short distances and reach up to 16 miles an hour.
Yeah, there's like 3 of them laying down.
By that fence. Right there. Those white
Cheetahs
cheetahs laying down.
are the smallest of the big cats. They do most of their hunting during the daytime. A group of cheetahs is known as a coalition. Coalition of cheetahs. The rocks up here are called a copy. Copies are often home to groups or prides of lions. We like to use them as a way to look out across the whole savannah and maybe see if they can spot their next meal. Does sound like there was an animal up ahead in the road, but sounds like we're back on the move, so we'll get going here again in just a second. Now, in a pride of lions, there's usually one male who's a protector, and the females do most of the hunting for the pride. They do sleep 18 to 20 hours a day, and they do most of their hunting in the evening, so if you don't see them out during the daytime, they're probably asleep. Up ahead here, I do see a white rhino. White rhinos, when fully grown, can be up to 5,000 pounds. They can charge at speeds up to 35 miles an hour once they get going. Yep, he's right behind the rock.
Oh, I see.
Now, white rhinos are actually named after the broad square shape of their mouth. They get their name from the Afrikaans word weit, which means wide, not white. And then if you see those brown animals out there, make sure you do take a good look at them. They are bonsebok. They're believed to be extinct in the wild, and the only place you can see them is on protected reserves like this one. Up here I do see some warthog burrows, and where there's a warthog burrow, there's usually warthogs nearby. Like the one sleeping in the burrow right there. Warthogs do use those razor sharp tusks that they have to dig those burrows. And they'll back themselves into it, sleep with their tusks pointing out.
Oh my gosh.
Now make sure you do stay seated and keep your hands inside the truck. Here we are going to go real close with this white rhino. And over, this is the mother white rhino, and on the other side there is a baby.
Oh my gosh, that is so crazy.
The eggs at the ground are ostrich eggs. They can be up to 3 pounds each, making them the largest eggs in the world. There are also rhinos on the other side of the truck.
There's a bunch over there too.
And remember, a group of rhinos is known as a crash white rhinos. And this is the baby white rhino right here.
That's a baby.
The large birds up ahead of us are ostrich.
Hey, there's something over here that's smaller. Like,
Ostrich can be up to 8 feet tall when fully grown. And although they do have wings, they cannot fly. They're both really heavy and they just can't get off the ground. But they can run up to 40 miles an hour, so they're very, very fast.
Or scary. They will attack.
Was anyone on board a Wilderness Explorer? Raise your hand nice and high if you're a Wilderness Explorer. Anyone?
Would like to visit.
Well, just in case someone is and I didn't see them. The name of my truck is the Simba 1. It's also kind of fun to know. But you do need to know that in case you decide to earn your safari badge. The animals out here are addax. Addax are a desert-dwelling animal. And they do spend much of their time, they can go much of their lives without water if they need to. And those spiral horns, you see, can be up to 3 feet long.
She was stopping at first.
Well, you know, some of the best things that you can do to help protect the animals you've seen here today is to learn about them. Here in Harambe, our scientists are studying the communication patterns of elephants. They're finding very interesting things about how they communicate with each other across very long distances. Elephants make sounds so low that humans can't hear them, but other elephants can hear them from miles away. I thought that was kind of interesting. You know, just like coming on the safari today, you've already taken your first step in learning about these animals. I encourage you, when you get home, you could maybe tell a friend what you learned. Also, possibly check out your local wildlife conservation organizations as well. I'm sure they would love your help volunteering. Or if you wanted, you could donate to wildlife conservation funds too. Every little bit does help. If we can find ways that humans and animals work together side by side in harmony, then everybody wins. Keep the world a beautiful place. Well, folks, we are coming to the end of our safari today. So I just want to say once again that my name is Jolene, and I want to thank you for choosing our Kilimanjaro safaris. Make sure you do come back and see us again real soon, and remember, no two safaris are ever the same. The animals do make sure of that for us. Now would be a good time to start maybe gathering up those loose items you have around your feet. You know, here in Harambe, we don't like to say goodbye because that's just too sad and too final for us. So instead, we like to say Kwaharini, which means go well. So Kwaharini, folks. Kwaharini. There you go. Well, I hope you had as much fun out there today as I did. No, it sure was a lot of fun. Do make sure you come back and see us again real soon. John the Warden. Kwaharini, folks. Kwaharini.
That's all the needs.
Huh?
So just remember, it's no copy, not the original.
Crazy. Lost again.
You got it. But I like it.
Well, thank you for having us sent to you.
An orgy right there. They're having an orgy right now?
Oh.
Just
Look at how big that toad is. It's an African bullfrog. How huge.
And there's another one. Hey, look at that one.
Yeah. Fishy going.
There you go. Take
Sienna, bring her over here.
What is that down there?
that one wiggling right there? That's my toe.
I'm taking it.
No, it looks like a crevice moving. It's just like
I'm taking the cake one.
Look at all those fishies. Look at all the fish. Fishies.
Those little guys.
Oh, the birds. How cute.
Do you see them?
You see those nests up there?
Do you see the nest? Yeah.
Fishies, honey.
Daddy.
Let's see.
Daddy.
You want to do a vlog?
Look at those baby ones.
Now those are babies.
Meerkat.
Mami, mami. Suricata. Era el hueco. Ven acá. Era el hueco. Ah, suricata.
Suricata, yes.
Ah, zarigüeyas.
Ah, zarigüeya. Ay, tómale la foto.
La cara para allá. GoPro. Owl carved in it. Can you see it? You see the owl carved in that little thing?
Look at everything. A hippo, monkey.
Oh, Flight to Wonder. That's a bird.
Beautiful man.
What land is it in?
Oh, it is 40
So what, does it say the show times on there though?
No, it just says stunning puppetry.
So I wonder if it's just every 40 minutes.
Probably every 50 minutes.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Namaste. We are Chakra Nadi. Welcome to Anandapur. You're listening to the sitar and the now.
Driver, you are clear of the turn. On behalf of the driver myself, we would just like to thank you for spending a portion of your day here with us at this museum. Hope you hope you Ohio. Why at the